So back in 3.1.4, we used long division or area models to divide. In this lesson, we used a giant one, and it's going to ask how do these methods compare. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take an example, and we're going to use Najma's technique of creating a giant one from number 52. The way I'm going to do that, right, let me just rewrite it here, x plus 7 over x minus 2. I want to change x plus 7 into x minus 2. So I'm going to have x minus 2. But then I need the top here still to be equal to x plus 7. So I'm going to also have plus 9 here because I know negative 2 plus 9 would get me back to x plus 7 here. So I'm kind of just breaking this up to get what looks like the bottom here. So from that, now I'm going to kind of split this into two pieces, saying x minus 2 over x minus 2 plus 9 over x minus 2, because we're just kind of giving this the same denominator here. And now this is a giant 1 here, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify that. I get 1 plus 9 over x minus 2, or we can rewrite that how we're used to with our horizontal asymptote on the right. So let's do it with division and see how they compare, which is C. So I'm going to use the box method here. I'm looking for what do I need to multiply by x minus 2 to get to x plus 7. I put the first term in the first box. This has to multiply times this to get the box, which is just going to be 1. Then 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. And these corner boxes have to add to 7, which is where I get 9, and that is my remainder. So I got 9 over x minus 2, and my constant was 1, which now we're pretty much back to what we got to here. I rewrite it one more time to look familiar, and now it's in our transformation form. As far as how do they compare, really we're kind of doing the same process when we divide or when we're doing this here, because remember the first step that we did with the giant 1 technique is we looked for what two things would give me 7 if I'm going to have negative 2 in my answer. So I did the same thing here, right? I had negative 2, and I had to figure out what is it that I'm going to add so that I could get to 7, which gave me that 9. So it's kind of the same process. It just looks a little bit different, maybe a little bit less confusing with the box for some people. So I just kind of broke it up and then simplified that x minus 2 over x minus 2.